Hi guys, it's Miss Connolly. We're going to be comparing fractions today. We'll be comparing fractions as is. We'll also be comparing fractions that we need to add. We'll also be comparing fractions that we need to subtract. So just to get us started, some vocabulary that's going to be key to understanding what we're doing today are our comparison symbols. So we have the less than symbol, we have the more than symbol, and the equal sign. Some other names we're going to have to know are our fraction names. You can come back here if you're forgetting how to say each fraction. So the directions for this activity will be to drag the fraction tiles to help you compare the fraction or number sentence to 1/2. So in class we have fraction tiles that look like this. You probably don't have those at home. I don't either. So on your slides you have fraction tiles that you can move around on the side. After that, you're going to drag the symbols to make the statement correct. So when I match my fraction tiles and I decide which symbol I need, I can drag it to wherever I need to make it correct. I haven't tried it out yet, so I don't know if this symbol is correct. You'll have to tell me. So some things we can remember while we're comparing fractions are that we can always use our fraction tiles to help us, and we can always use our symbols to help us as well, to help us show our answer. So we're comparing here 1/2 to 1/3. So in order for me to tell if these are equivalent, less than or greater than each other, I'm going to drag the 1/3 tile to the hole below my 1/2 to see which one takes up the most space. 1/2 takes up more space of one hole than 1/3 does. I could also look at this by saying there's less space left over to fill in my hole than there is to fill my 1/3. So I can say that 1/2 is bigger than or greater than 1/3. So I'm going to take my less than symbol because I have 1/3 is less than 1/2. I can think about my alligator mouth, and I know my alligator wants to eat the bigger fraction. So there's our first comparison. In our second comparison, we're adding fractions. So again, I'm comparing this equation to 1/2. But first I'm going to have to see how much that equation is worth. So I see here that I have 2/8 plus 1/8. I know that 2/8 represents 2 of the 1/8 fraction tiles. So just for now, I'm going to pull 2/8 up to represent this part of the equation. I'm not just comparing 2/8 to 1/2 though, I'm also adding another 1/8, another 1/8. So I'm going to bring that 1/8 up to represent my 1/8. So again, I'm comparing 2/8 plus 1/8 and how that is less than, greater than, or equal to 1/2. So I'm going to drag these fraction tiles down below 1/2 so I can compare them and see if this amount of eighths is bigger or smaller than 1/2. So now I have my 2/8 plus my extra 1/8. So I can see that gives me 3/8 total. So I'm comparing 3/8 to 1/2. I notice that 1/2 is bigger than 3/8. It takes up more of my whole. I notice that there's less white space left in my whole when I have 1/2 compared to my whole with 3/8. So I know that 1/2 is greater than 3/8. Since 3/8 is on this side, I'm going to say 3/8 is less than 1/2. Oops. For our last problem, we're going to try with subtraction. So I have 3/6 minus 1/6, and I'm going to compare that to 1/2. So I'm going to come over here and take 3/6 from my fraction tiles. My equation though is telling me to take 1/6 away. So even though I took 3 because it asked me to in the beginning, I'm going to take 1/6 away and put it back because I'm subtracting it. So now I have 2/6. I need to compare 2/6 to 1/2. So I'm going to drag these 2/6 fraction tiles down so I can compare them to 1/2. I notice again 1/2 is greater than these 2/6. So because my 1/2 is on this side, again, I'm going to take the less than symbol so that I can show that 2/6 is less than 1/2. All right, I hope you guys have a good time with this. Make sure you also check out the game that's posted on Google Classroom, and I will see you in your conferences.